I'm here today with Fuad Sawaya of Sawaya Segalas. Fuad, can't thank you enough for having me over today. Want to learn about your company and your investment bank and the fact that you focus on the consumer products business, but would love you to take us back to when you were a kid growing up in Lebanon and what that was like.
Well, as a kid, it was a great place. As a teenager, it was a nightmare. As you may recall, there was a war situation going on. And, it was very hard to even go to school at times. There was no power often. A lot of classes were taken in the shelters at candlelight. But as a whole, I think it made for a wonderful experience in teaching me, I guess, about, how to be resilient, survivor instinct of sort, and how to always sort of see through challenges to be able to come out ahead on the other side.
And how did you transition to New York? Did your parents say, Fuad, you should move to America?
Yes, but it was sort of a forced decision of sort because I was a civil engineer and I was working on a construction site for a very few months after graduating with my undergraduate degree then, and that one day there was a major explosion close to the site, and my parents said, it's about time you think of something else, and so the notion of coming to the U.S. and getting my M.B.A. was the only option that we thought about.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, so you came to the United States and you went to Columbia, which is a great school, and then you went to work at PaineWebber. And then you and your partner from PaineWebber, Hercules Segalas, decided to go out and set up your own firm, which is an incredible move and very high-risk move. What was that like?
Well, I think it was... we reflected largely on what made us successful as bankers. Was it the brand name? Was it the institution? Was it a set of capabilities? It became apparent that it was a way of dealing with clients. We think in terms of repeat business. We think in clients, saying that this is an experience that was so wonderful that there's no reason to deal with anyone else. We like when our testimonials, and there are many on our website with the case studies, clients, mentioning words like integrity, like ethics, like repeat business, like couldn't do it without them, like they made a difference, they were there for me. And it's not about here's a tombstone, here's a fee. Those matter. But it's about feeling good about ourselves, that we made a difference in an industry that largely is perceived as transactional with a certain sort of label associated with it. We think there's a lot more to a line of business than just doing deals, and we show it in so many ways.
You talk about the art of M&A, and you talk about the magic of M&A, and those are great terms. What do you think it is about you and your partner and this firm that brings that to life?
Our line of business, because of the branded aspect of it, has a lot of creativity that comes with it. We deal with brands, we deal with positioning, we deal with a lot of visuals. So we believe that substance goes with the form of our material. I think the office itself, presents that sort of image. We talk to clients in the branded consumer industry, and we have to act like we are a brand that understands their brand. So all of our material really are not ones where we would impose a certain style of our firm like our other firms or our competitors do, but rather the brand of our client becomes the brand of our material. We become them, they don't become us.
In terms of hiring for your firm, obviously you interview a ton of analysts and probably associates as well. What do you look for in those folks?
We look for someone who is intellectually curious, somebody who's willing to think outside of the box, somebody who is creative, somebody who is interested in going the extra mile. We actually like diversity in all of its forms.
I know that, first of all, you started the company right around 9/11. I know that you lost your wife as well. And, how did that impact you as an individual because you've been confronted with tons of challenges throughout your life. How have those challenges helped you improve as a person?
I think challenges started, frankly, in the way you started this discussion, in the place that I grew up. Mm-hmm. The word survival was very much paramount, not in terms of vocabulary, but in terms of the way we felt. I mean, there had to be a tomorrow, and there had to be a hope that tomorrow would be better than the day where, you know, we were in the shelters or bombed, or we had to find a way, you know, to get an education and eventually, you know, make a life for ourselves. It is a tragedy to lose someone that's close to you and somebody who was very involved with this business. But, you know, at some point, you know, the firm rallied together and the firm got closer together and decided that, you know, in the memory of that person, we're going to make the firm that much better. And a year after that, we had a record year on a number of fronts. Number of deals, size of deals, repeat business. I mean, there were a number of variables.
Well, if I think about all the obstacles that have confronted you and the fact that you've absolutely crushed them or gone around them or gone over them, it's incredibly impressive. You've done an incredible job.
Thank you.